What is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, back for more Ark Survival Ascended. So we have something really new that dropped. It's going to be appearing on screen right now. I'm going to put the little excerpt. I'm going to cut it and put it on screen here in post-editing. But the Amalgamaniac Gaming just released the Reclamation's Pseudomane, which is, I guess, a hybrid variant of the Pyromane and the Shadowmane. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taming that in this video, but I'm going to go over its breakdown a little bit. So let's see what we can get out of this beast overall. So but once the Pyromane made its way to the dev kit, we 100% got confirmation that by placing them side by side, the Shadowmane and the Pyromane, while functioning differently, visually moved identical, and it got me thinking, maybe I can make a hybrid of this. So I started brainstorming, dove into Blender, and got to work in and out of the kit. And now we are here. It's not perfect, there's probably some things it could do to make better, but he's pleased with the result. Let's get talking about the Pseudomane. As all hybrids are, the goal is to typically give a constant give and take to make the best beast overall. So this is what he came up with. Stat-wise, it's equivalent to the Shadowmane, which is insane because the Shadowmane has the best stats. Damage is equivalent to the Pyromane, which is cool. The attacks are equivalent to the Pyromane. The functions are based off the Pyromane. You could ride it, transform it to a shoulder mount. It also cooks meat. The taming is identical to the Pyromane, so you need water. It's a pescivore, which means it goes towards fish generally. Its animations are mostly Pyromane, but select animations such as swimming and sleeping are from the Shadowmane, so that's pretty cool. Movement speed is based on the land is based to the Pyromane, but in the water it is increased to the speeds of the Shadowmane. While the Shadowmane has to be able to have packs and a pack buff, but since the Pseudomane is primarily based off the Pyromane, it decided to let it have gangs of 6. So instead of having a pack buff, you can get a gang buff. So it's similar to how the Shadowmanes had that buff for having multiple. Same concept, pretty much. I gotta equip my backpack before I forget. But alright, like the Shadowmane, the Pseudomane gets a hydrated buff while in the water, which means unlike the Pyromane, it will simply get debuffed and doused. The Pseudomane gains a temporary buff instead of gaining speed, health generation, and damage, which will take taming these potentially a bit more challenging. They can carry artifacts. So that's insane. They're like an otter now, which is completely replacing the otter at this point if you put this mod in, which I'm putting this in on our server we're playing. And it's staying on this map now, too. They still explode when killed, so proceed with caution. The Pseudomane can be healed by fire-based attacks, and any custom modded fire attacks from other mods, depending on how they're set up, could still potentially harm them. Okay, spawns are twofold. As at this moment, Pseudomanes have the 50% chance to spawn in place of the Pyromane, and once the Genesis Part 2 releases, whenever that is, Pseudomane will have a 50% chance to spawn there. They currently spawn in the following regions on the island: the Dead Island, the Scorched Earth, the Dunes, Aberration, the Element Chamber, and the Sulfur Fields on Extinction. So that's pretty much it. Let me just do a quick peek over here. Yeah, so there is nothing here yet else for it, but let's go find one. I am on our Ultimate Ark series, so I have no other way to test this. So what we're going to do is, yes, I'm going to be using creative mode, so give me 1 second. All right, so we are flying around right now. Let me check this drop really quick in case it's something good for me. No. Okay, so what we need to do, we are not in creative mode. We're just using cheat space fly, actually. I decided we're not going to do creative. We're going to do cheat fly. So let's see. Do we have anything that could harm a Pseudomane? Because we need something that could deal damage to the Pseudomane. You need like a pistol or a bow of high power, or just something that could really deal damage to it, right? So that's the whole gist behind it, is you do a ton of damage to a Pseudomane, kind of breaks it apart, and then it allows you to do, well, really, truthfully, more damage to it. So let's see if we can make a shotgun really quick. I probably can't, but let's just test it and see. I don't think I can make one of these. We're short the polymer. Okay, so give me... let me see, can I make polymer? Can I make 54 polymer? I need 50, we're going to do 555, not 555. Let's make that, because we should have a ton of cementing paste. We should have enough to make the shotgun. So while that's doing that, let me just do a quick check. I hate doing the cheat space fly stuff in my Ark, but this is the best map for me to do it on. But we're going to be, ooh, do we have, I don't think we have enough metal for that. I don't think we're anywhere close to having enough metal for that. But I'm going to probably end up having to use that eventually. So let's see what we got over here. Do we have... Okay, we're close on metal. Oh, wait a minute. We have forges going. Okay, so yeah, we might have enough metal to make that shotgun eventually. But let's just take a quick look in here. All right, we're still waiting on the poly. So give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to cut this part out until we get the poly done, so we don't have to sit here and have you guys just deal with watching me float around in circles. So give me 1 second really quick. Alright guys, we're back. We got the shotgun. We're gonna go spawn in a Pseudomane, because I don't know where the dead island is, honestly. Is this the dead island? Is this considered dead island? Is it considered dead island? This is considered the dead island. So technically, this is where the Pseudomane should spawn in actual, if you have them on the map, this is where they will spawn. But since I already had a bunch of creatures here, I don't think one of them is going to spawn, and I just added the mod in. I would have to completely, like, dino wipe it, but we're not going to do that specifically this second. So what we're going to do is I have the command here. We're going to spawn it in via command, so give me 1 second just so we can see what it is. We're going to spawn in a wild version because we want to be able to try to tame it. So the command is going to be in the description as well, like I always do. So here is the command that's supposed to summon it in. All right, that is a Pseudomane. Right there. It is a flaming pyromane, pretty much. And it already wants to attack me. It already wants to attack me. It is already aggroed on me. So let's see. 3k health. It takes kibble. But okay, that's just passive. That's not what we do. This taming method is the same as the pyromane. So we got to get it over here. Blast it. Blast it. And hope it doesn't run away like a little... There it goes. Okay, we got it. Blasted really quickly. We got to do the same style of thing. The flame boost, same taming process as any other. We got to kill things and then use flame absorb. So right here, we got to just do flame absorb really quickly. I'm going to do that just in case. Right bumper, left trigger. Is it not working? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? It's not working. Hello? Okay, there we go. For some reason, it's not working right when I do the flame absorb. Maybe you have to take it out. But the flame absorb is not working as intended, I'm assuming. Because I'm pressing right bumper and left trigger at the same time, and it just, for some reason, was not absorbing it. But it's got the same process. It's got the swings of the Shadowmane, which is insane. I'm digging that already. That is an Arkology Rex. Let's see if we can get in on this really quickly. Alright, here we go. Got a cheeky hit on it. Oh yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We got the Pyromane inflamed on it. Can we pull this flame to it? Yeah, see, I'm pressing the buttons. Yeah, see, it's not doing what I need it to do. It's not letting me pull it for some reason. I'm trying to pull the flames. I think it's slightly bugged. Yeah, something's wrong with it. So I'm probably going to have to spawn in one. Which is fair. I mean, I might be able to tame this. Who knows? Let me see if I can tame this way. It's a little bugged, I feel like. It's the worst thing for me to fight, probably. Oh, this thing's dead. Oh, that thing's died. Okay, that thing died completely. Okay, hang on a second. Yep, okay. So, that didn't go as planned. Every time I tried to flame boost, it wouldn't do it. So, I'm not entirely sure why. Let me try one more. Let me try to spawn one more in. I feel like we're in a bad spot, actually, too. You shouldn't be trying to fight high-level creatures like, or high-power creatures like that, should I say? You should generally be trying to fight low little things. There's that Edmontonia right there. Yeah, see, I don't want to wipe everything, so what we're going to do is we're going to go probably here. Is that an alpha? That is an alpha raptor. Sure, this shoreline should be alright, I think. Yeah, this might work. Because we got a couple little things around everywhere. Yeah, this will work. Alright, so let's try to spawn this guy in again. We got a level 60 that time. It's distracted, though. We gotta try to pull it this way. Once it takes out one of the things I was... Oh, that thing's dead. Okay. Let me... let me spawn it down here. Maybe it'll come to me. Okay, that one's pretty good. Alright, that one's really good. This one's a 140. As much as I don't want to, I may end up having to keep this one because it's too good for me to probably give up. So, you press the bumpers you press the right bumper and left trigger to do the absorb, to do the flame absorb, right? That's what it's always been. For some reason, it's not letting me do it. And it's taking forever to do this. I don't understand why it's not letting me flame absorb. It's doing really weird things. I'm not entirely sure the gist of why it's not working. I honestly couldn't tell you. So it's a little bit bugged, I will say that much. It is a work in progress, so it's not a perfect creature. I'm not going to lie and say it is. So we're going to have to try to fight our way through the little bugs we have right here. Alright, here we go. We got a bunch back. We got the Phiomia. Alright, let's see. I mean, it looks fantastic. The way it plays is fantastic. It's a Pyromane, Shadowmane, like, super hybrid, pretty much. And I love the way it is. But we just gotta figure out why it's not letting me, like, physically absorb the things when I hit them. Alright, there we go. We got another full charge. Yeah, see, it's not... The bumpers are not working for me the way I want them to. I'm not sure if it's bugged or if, like, we're clicked out too far or something. I don't entirely know. It's taking a long time to tame. So, like, I should be able to press right bumper, left bumper right now to pull the flame. See? Like, I'm pressing it at the same time and it's not. It's just doing that aim inside screen thing. And it's not working like it should. Yeah, something's entirely wrong with this here right now, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or what's going on. There we go. Maybe you hold right bumper and left trigger. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. Because like any other time, I was able to just do a quick little tap. I don't know if it's bugged. Yeah, something's really bugged a little bit here, and I'm not entirely sure why. What's going on with it? Like, 'cause I'm pressing them at the same time right now. Nothing's. I'm just zooming in and out like that, as you can see. Like, I'm pressing right bumper, left trigger. Nothing's working. Yeah, nothing's working the way intended. So something's a little bugged right there entirely, and I'm not sure why. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do force tame. We're just gonna force tame it just to have it, just so we can showcase it a little bit. But the taming process is the same as you would if you were to tame a Pyromane. It doesn't seem to be working the way it's supposed to. For some reason, it's not letting me... you guys could probably hear me smacking, pardon my language, but smacking the shit out of my controller trying to get the buttons. I'm pressing them at the same time. Like, I don't know what's going on with it. Like, even the bar on the side of the screen disappeared. Oh, that's an Alpha Arkology Surat. We don't want to mess with that yet. We need to fight that, but just not yet. But alright, so it's literally a super Pyromane, Shadowmane mixture. It looks insane. It seems insane. It's hitting pretty decent damage. Like 95, this is a 199, so it's not like super busted. But it will get a pack buff, so what we're actually going to do is we're going to actually test that really quickly. I don't want to take out any alphas because I'm kind of worried if I fight an alpha, I'll get a bunch of levels, and I don't really want that for this series yet, because the Arkology series is supposed to be, well, specifically just that, the Arkology series. Alright, so what we're going to do now is let me take the tamed command. I'm going to copy this. Bro, you're not now, dude. Just chill. It doesn't seem like my fire is doing any damage. So we're going to do this. V. Going to change it to, I think this is where the level goes. We're just going to give it 150. Yep, okay, perfect. Is that a female too? Perfect, so it's a mate boosted pair. Because this one's a male. That's actually kind of nice. We're not going to keep these, by the way. We'll keep them, but we'll just store them away. We're not actually going to use them. So this is our mate boosted pair we have right here, and there should be a pack buff, or a gang buff, I thought. But it's not showing it on screen. Yeah, there's not a buff like it's supposed to have. I thought it was supposed to have a gang buff, it said. It's still a work in progress. Like I said, there's still things that are going to get fixed with it. So I'm not too entirely worried about it just yet. But I'm actually going to attack this baby really quickly here to see how much we can if we can set it off. Alright, that did absolutely a whole lot of nothing. Not the Pseudomane, the wild creature, by the way. The Pseudomane's fantastic so far. Other than just that issue, like I was trying to pull, you should be able to, because at any point with a Pyromane, you could be pressing the right bumper, left trigger, and just pull a little bit of flame back to you. It doesn't need to be a full thing of flame to pull back to you. But with these guys, for some reason, it was making me, I'm not sure if it was making me wait or what it was doing, but I don't know. But these dudes look really cool. I'm digging the look. It's literally a Shadowmane in Pyromane form, honestly. The stats are pretty decent. For what they are, they hit pretty hard. Let me hop off really quick and see what this one looks like. Yes. Okay, so a 225, which is what would be probably if we got a max level. These are what roughly you can get the idea of with stats. Are you following me? You're about to be. Alright, so let's go fight something and see what you could do. Because you're more of the max level that we would definitely go for. But we would just have to figure out why the taming is so weird. Because it didn't work as intended, I'm assuming. Because I'm just assuming here that I'm assuming it's supposed to, so we're hitting 110 damage, mate boosted, not terrible. That's actually really good. Because I'm assuming you're supposed to just be able to press the bumper. Yeah, like, it's supposed to be right bumper, left trigger to do the flame absorb. But when I press them, it just goes in like that. And I'm pressing right bumper, left trigger, and it's, I don't know. Let me test something here. Let me see if I can do something with mouse and keyboard, because sometimes mouse and keyboard works better than controller. Because if that's the case, then that's what we'll have to do. I just gotta find, I'll go back and get that other Pseudomane in a minute. I'm not too entirely worried about that one. I'll just use Cheat Space Fly to get to it, honestly, because this is just for, like I said, video purposes. We're not gonna actually use these guys in the series until we truthfully get them. Alright, so we're burnt right here, actually. Hang on. Let me step back a little bit. Alright. Control, right click. Yeah. Control and right click. Okay, so does that work? I think that actually did kind of work. Sorry if you can hear a ton of clicking. Alright, so the flame absorb worked that way. So maybe controller, good luck trying to tame these guys. But mouse and keyboard, it works. I don't honestly know. That was really weird. But it seems to work. Let me test it again. Right control and left control. Yeah, see, I'm pressing the right mouse button, and it should be there, but it wasn't giving me the option. Okay, maybe the dude was out of water. We're gonna try everything. We're gonna try one more little creature to see if we can get the fire buff to activate again. Just because I want to make sure I cover every little avenue of this, because this is a pretty sick looking creature, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's try it again. So it's left control and right mouse button. Yeah, see, it's not, I'm pressing it and absolutely nothing is happening. Yeah, literally nothing is happening. So that's definitely a bug in the thing. That is definitely not working as intended. But yeah, guys. So this thing is insane. I thoroughly enjoy the creature. Probably gonna be on my servers from now on, because it is a beefy Pyromane, Shadowmane mixture. But the only problem here is it's not working, so it'll probably not be on the server until it's fixed. Or it'll be on the server and I just won't tame it, one of the two. How much do we get from the hydration buff? Let me back into the water. 140. Okay, so you hit closer to 140, 120 in the water with the hydration buff. The hydration buff does what again, specifically? Speed, health, and speed, health, regeneration, and damage are all boosted. So, okay. So this guy is kind of insane, and you could probably run these against anything, honestly. Do you get the fire protection, I wonder? I didn't happen to notice in the bottom right. Do we get the fire protection when it's in flames? You do. You're wreathed in fire. Okay, hold on. Whoops. What we're gonna do is switch to shoulder pet. We're gonna do cheat fly. Yes, I have a bunch of different commands because I use them random times. Alright, so that's what it looks like on your shoulder. That's insane. Kind of cool. And apparently it can hold artifacts. So, what we're going to do is we're actually going to pick this guy up because we don't want to go down there right now. Let's fly this way. Trying to think of somewhere I can get an artifact really quickly. Do we have one back at base? We do not. Artifact. I've not gone down any artifact caves yet, so I don't have any, truthfully. But the fact that this guy can hold an artifact on your shoulder is insane. That is really cool, and you get the Wreathed in Fire ability from it, so you get that slight buff too. So that's kind of nice. You get the hydration when you're in the water, wreathed in fire when you're riding on it, when it's not in water clearly, and when it is on land. So that's interesting. I'm really gonna dig that. And like that's, so you could theoretically, if you wanted to, because it would count as mate boosting, ride like this. Have one on your shoulder, one here. Oh, there it is. Now the pack buff is going. I think that's what that is on the bottom left. So the pack buff is we get 30% extra damage. Let me see if I can see that again. Okay, it's not showing it. Yeah, it's not showing it at all. Okay, but we get mate boosted. We get mate boosted and a additional 30% damage. And okay, cool. That makes total sense. Let me go back up here again. So we get the mate boost of 33% attack, armor of 33%, so damage reduction pretty much, and then we get an additional 30% attack and plus negative 8.5%. I don't know what plus negative has to do, but all right, cool. Let's hop down here really quickly. Is there anything we can hit here to really test? That's a stego. That's the last thing we want to hit because we won't see the true damage out of it. We need to find just anything will work. Right here, Hesperornis. Let's see, we got mate boosted. 160. So that's not bad. Super maxed out 240, 254 to each stats of these guys would be insane. But there you guys have it. That is the Pseudomane. Barring, other than the little bug with the not, really? With the not pulling the thing to you, the fire. It's pretty fantastic. It is easily going to replace the Pyromane specifically on most of my servers. I'm probably going to just entirely replace it and put this in. But yeah, I will admit though, sadly, since this is in fact a Pyromane, I think you have to have the fantastic tames for it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here next time for more Ark Survival Ascended. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys then.